You all. Right, now, who'd be a football manager in the Midlands at the moment? David Pleat's departure from Leicester on Tuesday was the fifth in the area in recent weeks. Mark Tyler reports.
Well, you know, football managers don't have a great deal of job security at the best of times. But here in the Midlands, they seem to be biting the dust quicker than most. This season's casualty list is growing ever longer. First to go was John Sillett, sacked by Coventry in the middle of November. Brian Talbot followed suit shortly after West Brom's humiliating cup defeat by non-league Woking. Shrewsbury parted company with Asa Hartford 2 weeks ago, and since then Birmingham manager Dave Mackay has resigned and David Pleat sacked by Leicester after 3 years in the Filbert Street hot seat. So what is going wrong with Midlands football? It's been the main talking point among supporters for some time now. Everyone, of course, has their own opinion, but when it comes to having a say, there's one man whose voice seems to come through louder and clearer than the rest, and he's about to let rip.
Sports phone in, Tony Butler, BBC
Hello again, good evening, and welcome to the Tony Butler Sporting Talking. Well, without any more ado, we're going back to the lines. Richard on line 2. Richard, good evening.
Hello, Tony.
Yes, sir.
Tony, what is up with Midland Football?
Where do you want me to start, son? Where do you want me to start?
Well, I mean, the whole of Birmingham, the whole of the Midlands is going down the pan.
Going down the pan is an understatement of the year. Sadly, Richard, it's gross mismanagement. Boards of directors and managers, and quite frankly, the managers that I've seen in the Midlands over the past 20 years, you can count on the fingers of your one hand those are any good. 90% of them are absolutely incompetent.
Local radio personality Tony Butler doesn't mince his words. As a lifelong supporter of Midlands football, he's extremely depressed about the current situation.
I've never known it as bad as this. I mean, we've had sides in the First Division, winning cup competitions, getting promotion. We've never seen a systematic decline like we've got now right across the board. I mean, who do you point to and say this is a success story?
Do you not think that by having a go at clubs like you do, it puts extra pressure on the managers and all that has a rather negative effect?
I mean, somebody has to tell the chairman and the managers that they ain't doing the business. It's simple as that. The press do it. We do it here on WM. And we don't mince our words. We tell them. If the manager isn't doing the business, we tell them. It took us a long time to get rid of Brian Talbot, for goodness sake. You see? I mean, we knew he was a dummy months before the board got rid of him. Coventry City have appointed a new manager, so I suppose we'll have to bear with them for a while, see what he can do. I mean, Pleat at Leicester spent £4 million, I think it was, buying over 20 players. And then he says they didn't give him the money in the marketplace. I'm not happy about Birmingham at all. Dave Mackay, I think they got more strikers at Birmingham City than any other football club in the leagues, I think. They could put a team of strikers out. Now you've got Dr. No at Villa Park. Let me say this to you, that Dr. No will be sacked. Now it'll be later rather than sooner, in my opinion. Dr. No can't produce the goods.
So, with Butler painting such a bleak picture, doesn't he sometimes dream about broadcasting in London or on Merseyside?
Yes, I do. I look at the North East, Newcastle, Sunderland, Middlesbrough, and they must be in the same position we're in here. They must sigh for decent football, decent managers, decent players. We don't want to see them all go to Liverpool, all go to Arsenal and Tottenham. We want to see them stay here, playing for our clubs, top of the league, into the European competitions at Wembley. But it's a long time of coming.
That's a bit strong, isn't it?
Well, I know Tony very well from the Midland days, obviously, and he's always taken the game to task. I mean, at the moment he's talking about managers there, but it can be chairman, directors, players, ball boys, the man who cleans up the terraces, anybody.
Yeah, but